So obviously the first heretical answer to this tension of how we reconcile both the divinity and humanity of Christ is Arianism, in which case Arius he's trying to defend what he believes is Orthodox theology, Old Testament monotheism, but using merely human reason. He explains it by saying the Father alone is God, and the Logos, or the Son, must then be a created being. But he's also responding to Origen, who is arguing for degrees of divinity, with the Son being slightly less divine from the Father, obviously leading to the Council of Nicaea in 325, in which they choose to use the word ousias as nature, substance, or being. In Greek, both could mean person or nature. The theologians of Nicaea chose to use ousias because at least at that point, apparently, if they had used hypostasis, it had begun to carry more connotations of personhood. They didn't want to communicate that Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are the same person. But they choose to use ousias instead, of the same essence, of the same substance. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit share the exact same full divine essence. After Nicaea, the debate did not cease. There continued to be a debate then between those who fully embraced Nicaea and those who were following in the tradition of Origen. Both groups are trying to be orthodox, but the conflict between the Nicenes and the Origenists was because of confusion over these two terms. Again, both can mean substance and both can mean persons, and the problem is that the Nicenes and the Origenists each used these terms differently. The Nicenes said that the Father and the Son have one hypostasis and one ousia, because they define both as nature. So sometimes they would say the Father and the Son share the same hypostasis. They meant nature. Father and the Son share the same ousia. They meant nature. The Origenists used both terms to mean person. Origenists were going around saying the Father and the Son are two hypostases, two ousiai. That's because they meant persons. So if the Origenists defined ousia as person, you can understand why they didn't like the Nicene Creed. Because the Nicene Creed says Father and Son are homoousia. Ousia means person, and they are saying you guys are modalists. I think Father and Son are the same person. But it's because of how they define the term. And likewise, the Nicenes looked at the Origenists, and who are saying Father and the Son are two ousia. Well, they understand ousia to be nature, so they're saying, what? You tritheists. You think that there are three gods. They're throwing around charges of heresy, like the same kind of thing we see today, when in reality, both groups are trying to say the same thing, but there's a confusion over terminology.